This is the ultimate Madrid food crawl. If you have only a few hours to explore, this video will show you some of the best tapas and local delicacies that the Spanish capital has to offer. Join us as we'll be led by one of Madrid's top guides who will show us how the locals do it. Vamos. Our first stop, Casa Revuelta, and this is a classic, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is a place that is famous for fish. Not you'd expect, not fresh fish, but it tastes fresh.
So what about this right here?
This means they're expecting a queue. It says, wait your turn here. We come back in an hour, there's gonna be a queue of people trying to get into this place, which shows that tapas is fast. You go in, you hit it, and you get out.
I mean, it already feels like we just stepped back in time.
Hola Paco, ¿qué tal?
Hola, ¿qué tal?
Pues muy bien, pues te quería presentar a John.
Mucho gusto.
De Nueva York. Opened in 1966, this place, and it's always been serving this one dish. This is now famous. Tres bacalao y dos vermouth. Sí.
So this is amazing. It's 11 a.m. and we're already starting with a drink. And what do we got here? A vermouth?
A vermouth. Right. Let's take a sip. Tell me if you know what it is.
A sweet wine?
Yeah. So this is a white wine. They add alcohol to it to bring it up to 15%. A little bit of caramel, which gives it the color and the sweetness. And it's steeped in herbs and botanicals to give it the flavor.
I was expecting something a little bit stronger by the looks of it.
So it's strong.
I'm pleasant. No, well, I was expecting something that tasted stronger. How's that? Yeah. This is going to sneak up on me.
Rule of thumb. One vermouth is great.
Yeah.
Two vermouths are even better. Three vermouths, you'll never make lunch.
We'll never make the end of the tour if we have a few of these.
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
Now, people that don't drink, they shouldn't be afraid to come to tapas bars.
A lot of people don't drink alcohol. Sometimes I come in here and I'll order sparkling water or a zero alcohol beer. Totally fine.
And then this huge piece of fish here.
So this is fried, but it's also not even fresh. So Madrid is in the center of the country, right? So traditionally you couldn't get fresh fish here. So you had to salt cure it, bring it down on a horse and cart, or traditionally, and then you kind of rehydrate it here. You soak it in water, but even though it's not fresh, it tastes fresh. It's so good.
We're going bare hands here.
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay, let's try this.
Oh yeah.
Nice and crispy on the outside.
Yeah.
And you're right, if you had not told me that story, I think I would have assumed this was fresh.
100%. I mean, this is our breakfast today. This and vermouth.
This is how I'm overcoming jet lag right now. Something that you've mentioned in some of your videos that I have seen is that you go to tapas bars for one specific food, and this is the choice of Casa Revuelta.
They've been serving this cod since day one.
I also think you come here for the vibe. I mean, I'm loving this.
You know, everybody's super local here. There's a few older gentlemen over there, an older couple over there, and there will be a queue later, and this will be like this. So if you ever see a really busy tapas bar, don't be afraid. That's what I want you to know. Just elbows out, and you go.
You're gonna have to teach me.
I'm gonna teach you.
I can't wait to get this demonstration. Elbows out, trying to get to the bar.
And let me show you this thing. So this is what we call a gilda. You've got an olive, you've got a pickled pepper, you've got an anchovy, but don't worry, anchovies in Spain are better than those crappy anchovies you've got on like weird pizzas. And you just kind of do it in one full bite.
I'm somebody that usually hates olives. I love this olive. Like coming to Spain has turned me into an olive lover.
And it turns so many people into anchovy lovers. That's like a bite of like sort of sourness and a little bit of spiciness. Goes perfectly with the sweetness of the vermouth.
Like, how often do people do this here, like locals? How often will they actually go to a tapas bar?
So I think the way to think of tapas is we have a verb in Spanish which is tapear, to go for tapas. And that's the way to think of it. Tapas is not necessarily, you can't think of it as a plate of food because they come in different sizes in different parts of the country. So what we often do is we come here, maybe we'll have this, and then maybe we'll just go and sit down and have lunch. Or maybe we'll go somewhere else, or two more places. So you can kind of construct a little route, or you can just have this as like an aperitif, or maybe this is just a morning snack, and they're gonna sit down for lunch later. It's whatever you want it to be. The key is the tapas verb, the whole idea is standing around often with friends. It's a fluid environment.
Actually, one thing I really want to comment on is the decor around here, like all of the portraits, the tiles on the wall. Bars are a lot prettier here. Like you come to the bars and you're impressed. Where I come from, you go to the bars just to have a drink. The food is secondary, like we call it bar food. You don't really think much of it, but here, this is what you come to Madrid for.
Totally. It is like the town meeting hall. It's the community center. It's where we eat food. It's where we drink alcohol. It's where you have coffee, breakfast. So it's all things to all people. Kind of like the English pub a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Except this is a little smaller than an English pub, probably.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It'd be a tiny pub.
Yeah, it's a very small pub.
Yeah.
This is what you want to see also, like an old school bar. Just go up there, talk to the guy, tell him what you want. I often say to people, if you're a little bit overwhelmed by the place, hit the bar, say, you know, un vermú, por favor, una caña, which means a beer.
Yeah.
Get your drink, and then just see the lay of the land. See what people are eating. You just point, just say, I'll have what they're having.
I just have to tell you that this vermouth is going down so
Yeah, I know,
smooth.
you're drinking it.
I'm drinking it quick, maybe too quick, but we have only, what, 5 more stops? 6 more stops?
exactly.
I gotta pace myself a little bit.
Yeah.
This puts all the fish and chips I've ever had to shame, I gotta tell you.
Tell you what. As a Kiwi, you know, I miss fish and chips, but this is where I get my fix.
So this is my son Alexander. He's a little hyper, so we didn't bring him inside just yet. And mi esposa, Adriana.
Hi.
You can order other stuff as well for Alexander. We got him a little tortilla.
Alexander, look.
Wow.
This is where the toddler becomes a boy, having his first tapas. How did you like the fish?
Oh my god, it was so good. I couldn't finish a drink though. That was so strong. Too early for that.
I think this is the first time I've had vermouth poured from a tap like that.
Yeah.
Ice cold.
Yeah.
And I don't think it'll be the last, but I have to admit, this is strong.
You know, I have people who send me like messages on Instagram. They're like, "Oh man, we got at the first stop. We got stuck at the first stop drinking vermouth, and we never made it, you know, to lunch. So it is dangerous."
No, this is very dangerous, yes. Be careful, but do enjoy it. I'm loving this first stop, by the way. I think this has set the tone for the rest of the video.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see what adventures you have in store the rest of the way.
Well, I think what you're going to find out is that, you know, it's about the food, but it's also about the environment, the experience. You know, talking to this guy and like, it's all of it. Tapas is not just 100% food focused. It's interactive. That's what I love about it.
Going to restaurants feels kind of boring compared to this. I'm not gonna lie.
Exactly.
It feels a little boring.
I'll tell you what, this guy's moving from New York to Madrid.
Oof, my audience might hate me for it. But, maybe I'll have a little sabbatical here for a month.
There
or
you
two.
go. You guys are going to love it. You guys are going to love it.
James, the next stop is really famous if you're into history.
Yeah, this is a super historic spot. I love the food here, but I also love the story behind a certain event that happened here over 100 years ago. It was pretty important. Here it is, Casa Ciriaco.
Correct me if I'm wrong, any spot in Madrid that's over 100 years old gets a plaque like this?
Yeah, so you can see this plaque here. 1897 is when Casa Ciriaco opened, and it's a great little kind of cheat code to which places are historic when you're walking along the street.
All right. Ooh, this is nice.
This is the bar, the tapas part of it. You can just sit here at a table, order some food and a drink, or you can go through to the dining room behind. So a lot of these places have bar and then dining room, and you can pick which vibe you want.
The vibe I want is sitting at that barrel right there, I think.
But first, I need to show you a little more
Yes,
back here.
yes.
All right, let's go through. ¿Qué tal, tío? ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien, ¿y tú? Mira, mi amigo
Hola.
John.
Mucho gusto.
Estamos aquí.
Hoy precisamente se cumple el atentado.
Ah, sí? El 31 de mayo. So today is the anniversary of the historic event that happened here. I timed this for you.
Wait,
John.
how many years ago?
118 years. So this is a really important photo for the historic event that happened here. You can see chaos, right? Right here you can see Casa Ciriaco. That's the door we walked in is right here. In 1906, 31st of May, 118.
It's crazy the day,
I
exact
can't believe
day.
it. A guy from the 4th floor threw flowers to the king and queen who had just gotten married and were coming up the street in their horse and cart, but in the middle of the flowers was a bomb, trying to assassinate the king and queen of Spain. The flowers with the bomb hit a tram line cable, bounced off, and missed the king and queen. So they had the little royal luck there. 28 people, I think Carlos mentioned, 28 people did die, some horses died, the driver, king and queen were safe. But this is the moment right afterwards with all the chaos of what happened here in this building.
Wow.
Pretty crazy, huh? And then there's just beautiful photos. You can see old photos of famous writers who were here.
All right.
Feels like you're eating at some fancy steakhouse in the U.S. You got all the pictures of the celebrities everywhere.
Then we can keep coming through. And then here we have like the more formal dining rooms. The king and queen used to come here, and this was their area behind here.
And you have all the coat of arms over here too.
Yeah. And there's the king and queen. This is a lot of royal memorabilia here. And I say, like the tiles, the big stones, it's beautiful. These places are beautiful.
James, something important with the Madrid tapas culture is the free food you get after you order a drink.
Yeah, so you'll notice at the first place, we didn't get a free gift, a free plate of food. And some places just don't do it. It depends on the culture of the place. But some places like here, if you see like this on the bar, that probably means you're going to get something free. So
Important to note, even if you don't order alcohol, you still get the tapas.
yeah, I got a sparkling water, you got a Coke, and we're going to get the free tapa. We got a little plate of like some fried peppers, some fried potatoes, some fried blood sausage, I think there is in there, a little mix. There's a little bit of kind of unwritten rules. You can't demand it if it's not given to you. Maybe they don't do it there or they've run out or whatever. And really you can't change it if you want something else. It's just whatever they want to give you, right? I kind of know this guy, so I gave him a little nudge towards the potatoes. So a little bit of an inside track helps. So we've got this. But if you order food straight away with your drink, food off the menu, sometimes they won't give you this because they assume you don't need the aperitif because you're going straight into lunch.
So this is a little bonus if you want to eat more.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll do the chorizo first.
Yeah.
Let me do the blood sausage though.
Warming up.
Strong, meaty flavor.
Yeah.
This is the blood sausage?
That's a blood sausage, yeah.
I like it.
So John, what we have here,
Show
we've got our huevos rotos, our broken eggs, with a fried egg on top, and just we're gonna get the ham on it.
This is a work of art right here.
And you see all the beautiful fat and the fat dripping off here. That's healthy fat. One thing to notice is this black hoof. When they're black hooves instead of white hooves, you know it's gonna be higher quality. And then even higher quality, like this one, is black hoof and acorn fed. So in the last few months of its life, this pig was eating majority acorns, and all those acorns give this sort of oleic acid to the fat, and it just makes it even tastier.
People always said I looked like a Spanish waiter.
There you go. One of the things you got to do when you get this is, someone's in charge of breaking the egg.
That is you today.
Look at that, beautiful.
I know it's noon, but I would imagine eating this at midnight as a hangover cure for the next day. Ooh.
Totally.
The egg and the ham just goes together perfect.
Oh yeah, that super savory flavor of the jamon.
Never gets old, right?
It never gets old. So good, so good. Okay, we've got another dish though we want to try. Empanadilla, so like a little empanada, effectively, of bull's tail stew. Traditionally, when there was bullfights in Spain, at the end of the bullfight, it would go to the butchers and people would eat it, right? But it was the poor people who would get the part at the tail, at the back of the bull. But nowadays, that's really a popular dish with everyone.
And should we dip it in, whatever that is?
Yeah, I don't know what this is. This is like a...
Let me see if I can figure out what this is.
I think it's just it almost tastes like the same thing. It's using the broth from the bull tail stew.
It reminds me of like a consomme if you would dip in birria tacos. Similar vibes.
Totally.
It's such a unique flavor for the meat that I'm not used to. Practically melts in my mouth. Best way to describe it.
Also, when you're in Madrid, you often may not see the word tapas on a menu, and that can be confusing for people. So if we look at the menu here, we've got cazuelitas, which are effectively tapas, but those just mean like little clay bowls of food, right? Here you can see tapas. So these empanadillas are tapas, right? And then raciones, and when it's a racion, it's a larger portion. So tapas means small, racion means big.
And it's good. Also good to note they have English translations on this menu, so they're definitely used to tourists here. No joke, this is the best sliced ham I've ever had in my entire life.
You mean better than the stuff you had at my place last night?
A little bit better.
Oops. He's right, it's a little bit better. And look, if it's that good, you can also just get a plate of the ham.
I think it's more fun mixed with all this stuff though.
I like a mix, but if you just want to go nuts on the ham, you can go nuts on the ham.
I probably take my own city for granted in a way, but living in a beautiful European capital, you ever get sick of this? Look at just the balconies here.
You know what? I don't get sick of it because I'm not from here. So you're grateful for it every day.
I don't know if I'm more excited or scared for the next stop because we're gonna try a delicacy that many of you have probably never had and that I've never tried.
And here's the man who serves them, Amadeo. ¿Qué tal, señor? Hola. Este es John de Nueva York.
Mucho gusto.
Nueva York.
Gracias.
Sí, welcome.
Yo hablo inglés. New York, Nueva York.
New York. James, you want to tell them what we're about to eat?
Yeah, so snails, Madrid style. What you're experiencing now, John, it's 1:30, now it's starting to build up. The chaos is beginning, and this is what I love, and this is what's intimidating for people. Like, you come in here, it's like, what do I do? How do I do it? So this is tapas.
You want to be where the action is, right?
Exactly. And so snails cooked by our old boy, Amadeo, who founded this place. He's 94 and he's still going. The snail king of Madrid.
He greeted us with so much energy. That was very, very cool.
1940 is when he started working here.
So how many bars in the world can you go to where you have somebody who's been serving beer since World War II?
Yeah.
Not many. I want to know what his diet is.
Snails.
Is this the secret to a long life?
This is an elixir,
Yes.
these things.
Gracias.
Te mantienes eternamente joven, mojando con la salsa.
Eso, muy bien.
Y amando más que amándote.
Eso, muy bien, muy bien.
Muy filosófico.
You gotta love. He's a philosopher barman. Philosopher,
Cuidado.
you gotta love, and that'll keep you young. And he's been going, and he feels good, and that's all. Okay, John.
We've got our treasure right here. So his name is Amadeo, and the name of the bar is Casa Amadeo.
I do find that often, like places where you go, Casa Paco, people didn't think about marketing like they do today. It's just like, Amadeo's house. You come and you get and it's known for its snails.
All right, take me through how to eat snails, because I'll be honest, I have never tried this before.
Okay.
And maybe I'm a little intimidated. I mean, I'll try anything once.
Well, let me first show you what's in here. So if you could get in there, Carlos, you can see we've got the snails, but we've also got little bits of pork fat. We've got chorizo. So there's a lot going on in this sauce, right? Traditionally, you would just eat with toothpicks, and then you just pull it out and down the hatch. That's how you do it. And you get a stain on your expensive Carhartt shirt that you love.
If it ain't messy, it ain't worth it.
Exactly.
I don't even know what flavors we're looking for here.
Yeah.
All right, let me try this. Somebody once told me that the best food in the world is on a stick. Maybe the best food in the world is on a toothpick, okay? All right, down the hatch.
Now scoop a little
And drink.
and drink.
Salty.
Yeah.
Quite salty. Chewy.
He's loving it.
I'm trying to find the right word.
It's kind of like almost like a beef broth flavor.
Yeah.
You can taste a lot of the paprika from the chorizo. And then what you want to do is you want to get the bread and go like this. This is what bread is for in Spain. It's for dunking in there.
I want to try. I love dunking bread in anything. Whether I love it or not, just trying new things is very important when you travel.
Very good, todo very good.
Very, very good. Enséñanos cómo se hace. He's going to show us how to do it.
Somos incultos. Estos chicos no tienen bachiller. Mira.
That way he doesn't stain his clothes.
He's way smarter than us.
Yeah.
I think he just got me more excited.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the experience.
And then you want to get some
honestly.
chorizo.
Snails, chorizo.
Go on. Get a big chunk of pork fat.
Right here.
Yeah. You prefer pork fat to snails?
I'm a simple man. Do you know how this differs from like an escargot in France?
I mean, I don't think I've actually ever had snails in France, but I think about garlic and butter and things like that. A little more delicate. I mean, you got to think about like this is a rustic dish. 1940, people didn't have a lot of money to buy meat and get their protein. So you eat snails, right? It's a cheaper dish. And a lot of the dishes like this, the snail in and of itself doesn't taste about that much. It's about the broth and the bread and the other things.
This place is history, though.
Yeah.
That's why you really come here. Whether you want to eat the snails or not, I think you should still come.
And look, you can always get something else. They also do like takeaway, so you could get like Uber Eats snails to your house. New York's a city we can get everything, but you can't get snails delivered to your door.
I don't think you can get snails delivered to New York, though I can check on that. I think it is important to be honest that I discovered I'm not really a snails person, but I would totally come here, get gazpacho, get something else, get some beer, talk to Amadeo.
I think it's great that you're being honest. Look, I love this dish. It's kind of like just a warming kind of flavor, but I know it's a divisive dish, and if you're being honest about this, then also everyone back home knows you're being honest about all the other ones that you do love. So I think that's good. Not everyone's gonna love everything, but here it's just awesome.
I am confident that if you like Caracoles, you will like this spot.
Yeah.
And come find out if you like them. Gracias por todo.
Ya nos vemos en New York.
In New York.
Mira, como tú, tengo una mancha de cara
Muy bonita, muy
sí.
bonita.
No tiene mancha, ¿viste?
Pues te la manchamos enseguida, mira.
Muy bien, pues muchas gracias.
Gracias. When you're traveling around Europe and you want to do simple tasks like looking for spots on a map, ordering food to go, even uploading photos to Instagram, having data is so important. But data roaming from your home country is expensive, and going to a store picking it up at the airport is just one more hassle you don't really want to deal with. Which brings us to the partner for today's video, Olafly. So an eSIM is a virtual SIM which lets you add a data plan to your device just by scanning a QR code. The eSIM is actually located inside of your cell, so you don't have to insert a physical SIM card anymore. And the great thing is you get instant delivery to your email, so easy to set up. Just head to the Olafly website, type in Spain, and you will see the whole process. It's about as hassle-free as you get. You keep your number and your SIM card. If you have an iOS device, they just released an automatic installation option, which is as simple as can be. Bye-bye roaming charges. They've got 24/7 tech support available by email, online chat, and WhatsApp in more than 7 languages. And a special offer for my viewers, use code JOHNBARR to get 5% off of your order. See the link down below in the description. Olafly and having data on your phone with an eSIM is such a game changer anywhere you go in the world. All right, James, I'm finally feeling that tapas spirit. It looks like every other spot is a tapas restaurant here. Everybody's outside, everyone's lively.
And we're right at the time, right? It's 2:30, so it's Spanish lunchtime, so there's tapas bars all down here. This, though, is one of my favorite tapas bars in the whole world. Again, we're gonna try one dish here, the one they're famous for, been open since 1906, and we're gonna be able to see it cooked right in front of us.
Can't wait.
Should we do it?
Yeah, let's go.
Hola, Edwin.
How are you, Edwin?
Edwin is our chef.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Encantado.
Mucho gusto.
Willy.
¿Qué tal, tío?
So it's open kitchen layout. You see exactly what you're getting.
Exactly, because back in the day, tapas is just an informal thing. So you just like stand here, there's no chairs, they prepare something in the corner or behind the bar, and then boom, so they've kept that tradition alive. You like garlic?
Yeah, why not? Look at that.
Hand peeled every day, all that shrimp. And then he just puts it up here, and then it gets delivered to us.
That's a hot plate right
It's a hot plate. So, gracias, Javi.
Long walk? Right here.
Gracias. So if you were in Madrid 100 years ago, wine was served in these glasses. They don't make them anymore, but these guys make their own to keep the tradition alive.
So we're going from small beers to small wines.
Exactly. And this is not any small wine, this is their house wine.
Okay.
So this is a sweet, slightly fortified red wine.
You know, forget taking a pub crawl, just hang out with James going to tapas bars. You got a pub crawl and a food tour all in one.
That's true, that's true. But these guys are pretty hot, so really how you can do this, you've got your gambas here. I like to get a bit of extra garlic, you know, get one of these, and then just down the hatch.
You know, James was right. You go to spots that do one thing really special, the gambas here, yeah, good pick. It just tastes so fresh.
Yeah.
And with the garlic seasoning on it, adds really, really nice texture and flavor.
Yeah, like
I'm noticing this theme today with dipping the bread in all the sauces.
Yeah, that's how Spaniards eat.
It's a great way to eat. This is the life, though. We're at a bar that's been around for over 100 years, eating this amazing shrimp.
It's cooked right in front of us.
Cooked right in front of us with this house-made wine.
Yeah.
Does it get much better than this in Madrid? I don't know. You were just telling me that this spot is an interesting story of why they're so well known for their shrimp.
So this place opened in 1906, still in the same family. They used to serve sandwiches, right? But then in the Spanish Civil War, 1936 to 39, there was a flour shortage in Madrid. They couldn't serve these bocadillos, these sandwiches. And so El Abuelo, the grandfather, the great-grandfather of the current owners, went down to the market and said, what can I serve people? He was like, shrimp was cheap. He was like, okay, shrimp from southern Spain. So I brought up shrimp, started grilling it on the grill, and then ever since then, they've been famous for their shrimp since after the Civil War. And this is just what they're known for. And no chairs.
I like that about this, that we're standing for most of it, and we're in, we're out. We're trying a lot of different dishes, getting a lot of different vibes, a lot of different characters in each spot. I was gonna say the wine here goes down like
I noticed
water.
you enjoyed
be
the
careful.
wine.
I enjoyed this wine a little bit too much.
Yeah.
But the nice thing is you are drinking it, but you're eating constantly, so it's not gonna hit you as hard.
That's what John says.
John says now, talk to me in 2 more stops.
Yeah, exactly.
Carlos, you want some?
Carlos, let's just see.
Let's leave him a little.
Yeah.
Actually, let's get Carlos a cameo.
Hey,
We've
guys.
got Carlos, the best cameraman in all of Madrid, who is a pescatarian, so I want his take on the shrimp here.
For sure. I can enjoy you guys. Salud.
Be honest, Carlos.
It's a cool thing for me because this is the typical plate my moms do all when we're on Christmas. So it reminds me of my mom from Canary Island. So Really cool.
And what's better, your mother's garlic shrimp or the La Casa del Abuelo garlic shrimp?
So if I want to take the RNC, my mom's.
Yeah.
That's a very good answer right there.
Por la cámara.
Thank you.
Hasta luego. Nos vemos. Chao.
Nos vemos.
Hasta luego, Edwin. Choca.
High five. That was good. Anyone's own city, everyone has that one special place, and Casa Toni is your special place.
You've
isn't
heard me
it?
talk about
Yes.
it. Yeah. This is like my happy place, you know, where I come and get some tasty food, a glass of wine, talk to the guy behind the bar.
Yeah.
It's my happy place. Hola, David. Hombre, ¿qué tal? Mira, te presento John.
Hola, John. Mucho gusto.
Estamos grabando para su canal.
Excuse me, I'm looking at the wall and I see a pretty familiar face there. I see a few familiar faces. Is that you on the wall of fame?
I finally got my face on the wall in a restaurant.
With all the celebrities?
Yeah.
I have to say that, not bragging, I'm on the wall of my all-time favorite pizza spot, Bleecker Street, so we have that in common.
I need to go there. I need to go there with you.
I want to pay it back.
Yeah, exactly. So, do we order some food?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, all right, let's get it. So here, this is like when you get a variety of dishes. This is not a one-dish place. This is different tapas. So let's get a few.
So if you're watching this video and you're not sure what to order, this would be a good choice.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're not in the mood for snails, and specifically come here.
Yeah, exactly. I know you're in the mood for styles though, guys.
You probably are. Now, I've watched a lot of your videos where you've talked about a tourist mistake in Madrid is ordering sangria, or at least assuming that that's what the locals actually drink, when really, they're more likely to drink this.
They're gonna drink a tinto de verano, which means like a summer red wine, which is like a simple sangria. It's just red wine mixed with a little bit of slightly sweetened soda, lemon on top, and that's it.
It's perfect for this weather too.
Cheers.
Salud.
I mean, we drink sangria, but not in bars. Sangria will be something if you're having a party at your house, you'll do a big bowl of sangria or something like that. But you're not going to go to a bar.
Are you saying it's the easiest way to be labeled as a tourist?
It's one of the signs that we have.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so our food's being cooked on the grill right behind us by David.
We got the right seats, we're feeling the heat right here.
Totally, chef's table. Muchas gracias. ¿Qué tal está? ¿Bien?
Bien, ¿y tú cómo vas?
Muy bien. Me alegro verte. Some fried potatoes. These are called patatas bravas. You know, they're a classic in Madrid. Again, comfort food.
Try.
So
I remember they used to bring these tapas bravas in Granada all the time. It was like a free tapas. You know what type of sauce it is?
It's like a paprika sauce. It's like,
I'd say it reminds me a little bit of like a Valentina in Mexico.
and then here we got mushrooms just on the grill with some garlic and parsley.
Try.
Those are good.
I've been to a bunch of other Spanish cities before. Is the tapas experience exactly the same in every city?
Yeah. In some way, yeah, like there's going to be a lot of old places.
Yeah.
You'll see some overlaps in dishes, but what you're going to find is in different regions, you'll see different dishes.
Yeah.
But I would just say it's too overwhelming to kind of understand all of that before you come. So again, the rule is find out some good places, walk in, order a drink, chill, just hang out. Maybe they give you a free gift, maybe of food, maybe they don't.
Gift,
Find the
nice
menu,
word.
see what people are ordering, and then just order one dish, and you can always order more. And that applies across the board.
I haven't done tons of tapas in my time in Spain, but I have not encountered as many where the food quality was this high.
Yeah.
That's what's impressed me the most. And the fact that we're watching them make it in front of us is such a visual experience.
Totally. Uy, the mystery meat.
Do I have to guess what this is?
You can guess. I don't think you will.
I'll go first. So I'm stepping out of my comfort zone today. I had some snails. Now I'm having mystery meat.
Yep.
And the whole restaurant's watching, like dun 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 dun.
What do you think it is?
I'm gonna go with some kind of intestines.
No.
I give up.
The thymus gland of a lamb. Sweetbreads.
Very specific body part right there.
Exactly. Madrid has a really long tradition of what we call casqueria in Spain, like organ meats. This is kind of like more of an introductory level organ meat.
That's not bad actually. No. I can eat this. I mean, obviously they season the heck out of it too.
Yeah, that's what you got to do with organ meats. You got to clean it well, you got to season it well.
What's the weirdest organ you've eaten here in Spain?
There's one thing, they haven't got them today.
Yeah.
It's called a zarajo, and it's a lamb's intestine that's been braided like a ball of wool around two vine sticks. Apparently it got really popular with hipsters, like young, kind of trendy people like 5 years ago.
Of course, the hipsters love everything.
So between the snails and the thymus gland, you're going with the thymus?
I'm Mr. Thymus Clam.
Mr. Thymus
Mr. Thymus Clam, put that on my shirt. I was not an adventurous person with food until I started this channel, and now this pushes me to try new things, so.
And you're doing well.
If I can do it, you can do it. And our free tapas gift, a little calamari here. Even though we are nowhere near the water, the seafood continues to impress me here.
Yeah. Are you gonna eat a whole fried anchovy?
You want to take a bite at the same time?
Yeah, I'll do it at the same time.
Okay. Ready?
All of it.
Down the hatch. We had grilled yesterday, and it's Casa. Now we have fried today.
Yeah.
Perfect. Trying the whole spectrum of anchovies. They know how to do it in Madrid really well.
Yeah. Pincho moruno. So this is like a marinated pork skewer.
If in doubt in Spain, order pork. That's it. If in doubt.
It's like a little kind of cumin spiced.
Muy rico. James, I can already tell from the exterior of this spa, La Mallorquina, that I'm gonna love it.
It's a classic, the classic pastry shop in Madrid. You know, over 100 years old.
That's been the theme of today's video. 100 years old, 100 years old, everything.
So as we walk in, you're gonna see that all these people at the front, these are ordering to take away, to eat in the square, and you'll see all the different pastries here.
Yeah.
And then what we're gonna do is go down the back where the cafe is. Everything on display you can order. It's always busy. In and out, in and out. 3 pastries and a bottle of gin over there. Places like this are still like bars. You can order a beer here. So I think what I want to show you about the food, so we've got these Napolitana de crema, Napolitana de chocolate. You can serve your pastry with a knife and fork. That's also very classic in Spain.
Also a lot less messy too. So it's just a regular chocolate pastry. As someone that has a very sweet tooth, I approve this a lot.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of powdered sugar on top, but
A little bit of glaze.
a little glazed, but not overly sweet.
Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed though. I'm thinking we might have enjoyed the gin and tonic more than this. I didn't know that was an option, but
This isn't water, it looks like it.
that'd be amazing if that was just vodka you're downing.
At the end of every tapas crawl, you have a pastry and a tumbler of vodka.
Ooh, you run a crazy tour. But this is nice, like just hanging out at a little bar top here with all the pastries in front of you, and then anything you want to go in smaller form, which is waiting right in front of you.
Yeah, and they'll tie it up in a little bag for you, do a little bow on it. You can take it home.
Now, James, people obviously noticed your innate knowledge of Spanish culture, of Madrid. If they want to watch more of your videos, tell them about your channel.
Yeah, so I have a channel called Spain Revealed, and it's just this. It's how to eat, explore, understand Spain like a local. Videos from the whole country, not just Madrid. And love you guys, check it out.
Yes, I learned a lot from his videos, and now they're working together. I have to tell you, he's exactly the same as he is on camera, off camera. So trust what he says.
I paid him to say that.
Paid me a little. But no, all the places we went to today were absolutely excellent. So even if you have just time for 1 or 2, go on that tapas crawl.
That's it. That's it. Cheers, guys. We'll see you in Spain. Ciao.
If you enjoyed this food tour of Madrid, why don't you come to my home city of New York, where I show you the top 5 foods you must try before you die. Don't watch this on an empty stomach, trust me.